The sun cast a golden glow over the St. Matthew's Anglican Church compound, illuminating the vibrant green leaves of the palm trees and the freshly painted white walls. Reverend Samuel Ikin stood at the pulpit, his voice booming as he delivered his sermon to the packed congregation. His words were laced with conviction, his gestures dramatic, and his smile radiant. The congregation was entranced, hanging on to his every word. But as the service ended and the parishioners filed out, Samuel's demeanor changed. He exchanged pleasantries with the church elders, his tone shifting from warm to dismissive. In his office, he scrutinized the financial records, his eyes narrowing as he calculated the discrepancies. The palm tree plantation project was a lucrative venture, and he had every intention of exploiting it for his own gain. Samuel's thoughts were interrupted by a soft knock on the door. It was Sister Chika, a young, attractive woman who had recently joined the church. She was seeking guidance on her troubled marriage, and Samuel's eyes lingered on her as he listened to her story. His mind began to wander, and he felt a familiar stirring within him. He knew he was playing with fire, but he couldn't resist the temptation. As Sister Chika left, Samuel's gaze followed her, and a plan began to form in his mind. He would use his position to manipulate her, to exploit her vulnerability and naivety. The thrill of the chase was exhilarating, and he felt alive. But as he turned back to his desk, a fleeting sense of unease crept over him. He pushed it aside, telling himself he was doing God's work, that he was guiding his flock. The darkness within him was growing, spreading its tendrils through his soul, and he was powerless to stop it. The youth fellowship meetings were Samuel's favorite events. The energy was palpable, the music infectious, and the young women were eager to please. He would mingle with them, sharing stories, laughing, and offering guidance. They looked up to him, seeking his approval and validation. Sister Neoma was the first. She was 19, a chorister with a voice like honey. Samuel had noticed her during choir practice, her eyes sparkling as she sang. He began to mentor her, offering guidance on her vocal technique and her spiritual growth. She was flattered by his attention, and he exploited her naivety, whispering sweet nothings in her ear. Their secret meetings became more frequent, and Samuel's words became more suggestive. He quoted scripture, telling her she was a vessel, chosen by God for greatness. She was swept up in his words, her innocence and vulnerability no match for his cunning. When she discovered she was pregnant, Samuel was prepared. He offered her money, telling her it was for her own good, that she couldn't raise a child on her own. He arranged for the termination, far from the village, and she was left with nothing but a whispered promise that it was God's will.